Hey everyone, it's Chris from Smithy Finance. It's currently about 15 minutes before the close on March 5th. And wouldn't you know it, we have a rally. Finally, we've got something going on. I was saying yesterday how, rough things have been, and sooner or later there's going to be a big rally, and I thought we were on the cusp of it, and we've had some nice moves here, right? It's really important as a trader that you get to take some wins. We've had lots of losses lately, and finally we're having a winning day, and it's important to sell a little bit into the rally. Okay, if you were like me and you were buying and it's like you feel like puking because you're buying it lower and lower and it's hurting, and you got to sell something to buy something and you don't really want to, or and so on. When you do get that rally, you've got to let a little go. Now, let's talk about the Ivanhoe IVN, which has been wasted. It's been pounded from 17 a couple of weeks ago and then almost straight down to 12.30 or whatever it hit yesterday. So that's come down a long way. Personally, I think that Ivanhoe is going to go to $50 in the next 5 years. Okay, they're a huge copper producer. I'm almost certain copper is going to go up to pretty big numbers, $6, $7, $8 a pound over the next 5 years, and they are going to be making a lot of money. They've also got other projects that are going to be coming on, so I'm bullish on the stock. But I was bullish when it was 20, and yesterday, like I said, it was 12 and a quarter or 12.30, whatever it is. I happened to buy a little bit at 12.38 on the open yesterday, but I've been buying it all the way down. 16 a little bit, 15 and a half, 15. And the way you trade these things is, if possible, is that you buy as long as you're confident in the company. So that's really, really important. You got to be confident and double check your work. Just as a side note, I did not average down on the oils because oil looks weak. I haven't sold all my oils. I did sell some of it. But I did not average down on it, whereas I am or was on this and MicroStrategy and a few others. So we've gone all the way down to 12.35, and here we are at 14.40 right now. So it's had a $2 move. But as I said, I've been buying it, started at 16, and I've owned some for years and traded it between 17 and 20, and boom, I'm buying 400 shares, 500 shares, as it goes lower, 1,000 shares, maybe 1,500. And then I bought a little bit extra yesterday. I just didn't have a lot of buying power. Anyway, you've got to let a little go. So I've sold 200 at 13.40, which is a tiny amount. I sold 300 at 13.90. I sold 300 at 14.35. I've got offers at 14, I think it's 85, 14.80, something like that. And I will have offers all the way up, and I will offer more, 400, 500, 500, and so forth. Probably selling every 40 or 50 cents up because I bought a lot as it was coming down. So now I have more than I really want. We trade around our core positions, and you got to take the small win. It improves your balance sheet, your buying power. It's also good psychologically. If you're waiting on, this thing's going to 20 easy, and next week it comes back to 12 and a half, not only did you not take the win, but now you're kicking yourself and you're feeling even worse about yourself. And like I said, this is a game of psychology, this stock trading. So we also had a move on strategy, the old MicroStrategy. I had been buying, I bought a little as low as 240. I think it hit 235 yesterday. And then I sold a tiny bit at 275 and some at 292. So it had more than a $50 move yesterday afternoon. Currently, we're trading at 304. And the Bitcoin, which had been up this morning quite nicely and then came back, is now rallying back up to the highs of the day. Hello, cat. And let's see, let me let the cat out. Sorry about that. When you have a home office, these things happen. We're 90,400 on Bitcoin right now. I saw it at 90,700. Again, yesterday when I did the video, we were like at 82. So a nice move. So I've sold a little bit of MSTR. I've got an offer at 310, and I've got an offer of IBIT, a small offer at 51.5, and I think we're 51.40 right now, so I'm almost there. So look, you got to take some off. You've got to have the small win. You need to celebrate the small win, because tomorrow, who knows, we could be back down again tomorrow. A lot of the other things are moving too. Reddit's moving, Nvidia small up, actually kind of disappointing given how much it's been hammered and how well the market is doing today. And let's talk about that. So we've got New York up, the Dow, we'll call it the Dow, is up 480 points. NASDAQ's up 275. That's a really nice move. Toronto, which when I made the video yesterday, Toronto was down about 650. And today we've got Toronto up 264. We had Trump's speech last night, which still talking about tariffs, but now it appears as though there's delays, maybe not till April, and some cooperation or perhaps a lowering of the tariff should it come into effect. So that's what I was saying, right? When everything looks so ugly, the next move is likely higher. But we went uglier than I thought we were going to go, and we can only guess. But make sure your buying power is always intact, so you can buy the next slice down. So I think that's all I've got right now. I probably forgot something. Let me just have a quick look. The bonds. So I talked yesterday about there might be an interest rate cut because of this apparent correction or collapse of the economy. Not collapse, but contraction of the economy. We talked a couple days ago about the Atlanta Fed had a 2.8% negative built in to their GDP forecast. But of course, tariffs are inflationary. Everything's going to go up in price a little bit. And if we've got inflation and a decreasing economy, well, that's stagflation. That's the worst of all worlds. That's why I don't think these tariffs are going to be as ugly as talked about yesterday and even right now. We'll see, but I think we're going to make things a little bit better before they get worse on the tariff side. Okay, yeah, so the 10-year is at 427. I think when I spoke yesterday it was at 411. So yeah, it's gone back up in yield, down in price. And gold and silver have had a good move, especially silver. So gold up $10, that's okay, but silver's up 88 cents. That's a big move on silver, getting towards the top of its range, 33.26. I think if silver hits 35 or so, all those silver stocks, including AYA on Toronto, which I like a lot, will go higher. And copper's killing it today. Copper up 25 cents, 481. I think the Chinese were expecting their GDP to grow by 5% in the next year, and that's bullish for all the material stocks, all the materials, all the commodities that should be used for building roads and cities and buildings and so forth. Okay, that's all I got for now. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, listen, if you're still here, please subscribe and like and make a comment below. Let me know what you're trading, and I'll see you in the next one.